If you bought a 610 hertz monitor and you're still using default settings, you're wasting money. Let me show you the exact settings I use for CS2 and why they're broken in ranked play. I'm a FACEIT Level 10 CS2 player, and I've spent hours testing the 610 hertz panel in ranked play. In this video, I'll walk you through the monitor's OSD, Nvidia PC display settings, and in-game CS2 tweaks that you can do in 5 minutes to improve your monitor's quality and performance. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the OSD on this Asus ROG Strix Ace 610 hertz monitor that I just got about a week ago. First tab we're going to start with is going to be gaming. As you can see, I have overclocking unchecked. I just haven't found a real reason to have it checked. I haven't looked too far into that feature itself, so that might be something I look more into. But as of now, I'm happy with the performance. I'm getting 610 hertz either way. As you can see, variable OD and variable refresh rate are not able to be edited. You will see here in a second why. Next, we're going to move on to ELMB setup and what options I have for that. As you can see, I have ELMB2 on, which is going to be the feature that helps with motion clarity. The higher the level, the more intense the motion clarity is going to be. I have mine on 4 because the higher level you go, the darker the image gets. I found 4 to be a good balance. 5 was too dark. 4 is pretty good for me with the other settings I have that I'm about to walk you through as well. We're going to skip over Game Plus. I didn't do anything there. It might be something you look into, but for the most part, I don't see anybody really messing with it. Under Game Visual, I am on FPS mode. Next, we're going to go to Shadow Boost. I have mine on level 2. This is very dependent on who you are, how bright you like your monitor. Mine, I like it super bright, so I have it on level 2. Level 3 was a little bit too bright, and it could be hard to tell enemies from walls and things like that. Level 2, I found a good in-between for me. Next, we're going to go over to image. As you can see, when you put ELMB2, a lot of the controls get taken away, which is good because you have a way better motion clarity monitor. So you're getting a lot more performance benefits with less control, but it handles it on its own. For contrast, I have it on 85. Vivid pixel. This is something I had a big issue with when I first got the monitor. If you watch my original raw reaction to the monitor, vivid pixel was on 50, I believe. Turn it all the way off. It's going to get rid of that pixelated look on the monitor. Looks 10 times better without it. Next, we're going to go over to color. Display color space. I have mine on wide. Color temp, I am on 65K, 6500K. Saturation, I'm on 50. Didn't mess with anything in the saturation. 6 access, all on 50, just like the monitor came. Down on gamma though, I did go to 1.8. It just brightens up the colors a little bit. It's something I like. 1.8 to 2.2 is probably where you're going to want to be. I would personally go through and look at each one in CS2 and just see what you like better. It's really personal preference. And that's going to be it for the OSD settings. Everything underneath that I didn't really mess with. It's something you can personally look into yourself and see if there might be something that you want to tweak. But I am happy with how my monitor is performing currently, so I'm going to leave that there. All right, guys. Next, we're going to walk through the display and Nvidia settings on the PC itself. So go ahead and right-click your display. Go to Display Settings. We're going to go down here to Advanced Display. And we're just going to make sure that our refresh rate is showing 610 hertz or whatever your monitor might be. Make sure it's showing its highest refresh rate. So if that's 500, if that's 480, 360, make sure you have that checked there. As long as you're checked there and you see it pop up, you're good to go. You can go ahead and close that. Next, we're going to go down to our taskbar. We're going to hit this little up arrow. We're going to go to our Nvidia control panel. We're going to let this open. I will full screen it for you guys. First thing we're going to go to is adjust image settings with preview. I have mine on use the advanced 3D image settings. If you have it on that, go ahead and hit manage 3D settings and then global settings. This is what I have mine set on. Some people like to go to program settings and then they'll open their CS2 and they'll just change these. So I will show you what I have them on for just CS2. Image scaling, I have use global setting. Anisotropic filtering, I have it on application controlled. FXAA off, gamma correction off, mode off, setting none, transparency off, background application max frame rate off, GPUs on all, system fallback policy, prefer system fallback, low latency mode off, max frame rate off, sampled AA off, GDI compatibility on auto, Rendering GPU, you should have your main GPU. I assume you have one. Make sure you have that checked. Power management mode, have it on. Prefer maximum performance. Preferred refresh rate, highest available. Anisotropic sample off. Negative LOD bias, allow. Quality, high performance. Trilinear optimization on. Threaded optimization on. Triple buffering off. Vertical sync off. Reality pre-rendered frames 1. And then present method auto. So those are what I'm using for my program settings specifically for CS2. Next, we're going to go down here to change resolution. Just make sure you're on 1080p or whatever your monitor might be, whether that's 2K, 4K, and then you have the highest refresh rate available on. Another quick trick I will give you guys, if you're wanting custom resolutions inside CS2, you can do it from right here. You're going to hit custom, you're going to hit create custom resolution, and then you can change these to whatever you want. Same with the refresh rate, and hit test. As long as it performs good, go ahead and hit OK. And allow it to create the resolution. Then when you launch your CS2, that resolution will be available in the hertz that you selected, or the refresh rate you selected. So once you're done there, go ahead to adjust desktop color settings. I don't mess with too much here, but the one thing I do is my digital vibrance. I think it comes on 0 or 50. I turn mine all the way up to 100. That's just how I like it. Nothing else really to mess with here except for adjust desktop size and space. So you're gonna go full screen. Perform scaling on display. If you have GPU there, you can use GPU. I know a lot of people use that. And then just hit override the scaling mode set by games and programs. That's going to help you play stretched 4x3 inside the game. All right, that's going to wrap up the specific monitor settings. Now let's hop inside CS2. I'm going to show you guys a few tricks that you can use just to make your game perform a little bit better, maybe even look better. All right, guys, here we are inside CS2. I'm going to walk you through my personal settings and kind of tell you a little bit about why I use them. So first up, I got my display mode on full screen. You always want to be full screen. It's going to give you the best performance in game. I use 4:3 stretched, and currently I'm using 1440 by 1080. I actually just switched this last night and I'm just trying it out. Normally I would use 1280 by 960. As you can see, hertz, I got it maxed out at 600. It should show 610 hertz here. I'm not exactly sure why it is not. It's still something I'm looking into, but 10 hertz, I mean, I'm not really worried about the difference. Okay, over to advanced video settings. I got boost player contrast on enabled, VSync disabled, reflex low latency mode enabled. I don't have it on boost. I've heard that it can create a little bit of latency or motion issues, stuff like that. So I just left it on enabled. I like that. Next, we're gonna go to my preset settings. I have it on custom. I have it on 4x MSA for multi-sampling, anti-aliasing mode. Global shadow quality on low. Dynamic shadows, I have it on sun only. Model texture detail on low. Texture filtering mode, trilinear. Shadow detail low. Particle detail low. Ambient occlusion disabled. High dynamic range on quality. And then super resolution disabled. Last thing that I didn't really point out, make sure you have your maximum FPS in-game on 0 to get max frames. And then in menus, I have it on 1000. All right, guys, those are the exact settings I use as a high elo CS2 player. Try them for a week. Come back and tell me if you feel like your aim was more consistent. If you want my Nvidia profile and config, drop 610 hertz in the comments and I will make sure to pin it. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to see more tips and tricks, aim routines, and crazy clips. I will catch you guys in the next one.